Hey everybody. It's been a day, if you cannot tell by my hair. Woo! Um, so, let's see if I can put this somewhere first. It's been an interesting day, to say the least. That's putting it mildly. It's been a hectic day. It's been a stressful day, but I blame no one for it. It would be rude to blame anybody for my stress that I have. It's nobody's fault. At least if it is, I don't blame anybody for it. I don't see anything to put this on, so I'm just gonna have to hold it. Okay, so it was a good day today. It was an interesting day. It started out good. It started out amazing. Fantastic even, probably. But whenever someone says, come to my office, like when you were a kid and the teacher was like, come to my office, or whenever your boss is like, come to my office, you always get like this deep in your gut feeling that things are going to go wrong. Sometimes you're right. Most of the time you're wrong. 99% of the time you're wrong. And it's nothing, and you just like overcomplicate and overthink the situation. But there was a brevity about the way my boss, I call him a boss, but really honestly after today, he is my boss, but he's more than that in a good way. And I'll explain. So whenever he invited me to his office, I could tell things were not, he wasn't his normal attitude. He was serious, sullen, perhaps. Almost heartbroken, it seemed like. And I don't use that word lightly, because whenever your boss is about to cry or even talks about crying, and you've only known him days, less than a week, you rethink the situation and the people in it and the relationship that you have with these people. So he invited me into his office, and we had to talk about my condition. If you don't know, I have ulcerative colitis. It can be serious, it can be not serious, and it can be maintained. And that can be my phone. But it cannot be cured, at least not yet. I have high hopes for maybe, if not a cure, a very stable way to maintain people's quality of life. There are things in the works. It seems like there are new advancements always and forever. It seems like go medicine, yay. But my boss had a talk, I guess, with corporate headquarters and the situation of insurance and my medication, and there was no realization about the cost of my medicine and the way things would work, and mostly the cost and the ability to get the availability, I guess, of the item. So it actually came to the point where he was sending me home basically, and saying, sorry, we can't have you anymore. And we both sank whenever he said that. It seemed like, at least. I don't know. I assume he sank as well. My heart sank, and I really, no disrespect, I was focused on me and my emotional state, I guess. Because I basically put everything in my heart to get here, and then some. I left everybody and everything, pretty much, to come here, to try a new world, so to speak, and to be told that my attempts were basically denied, I guess, and I was going to have to go back after I worked so hard to get here. It was heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, stressful. I didn't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I'm going to do whatever I can not to go back. I like China a lot. I like Wenju. I like my coworkers, and I put that in air quotes because after today, they are my coworkers, but they're more of an extended family. Maybe not even extended, honestly. They are my family here. They are my family. They are my identity. I identify myself with and through them. And without them, I am me, myself, and no one else in a world I know nothing about, where I can't even communicate hardly. I can barely communicate in English sometimes, as some of you know. But no, I kid. I can be very eloquent. But, it's... Whenever you see them frustrated and upset after finding out the news that I might be leaving, you know that you have quality people in your life. And to know that you have those quality people and then to immediately uproot yourself from them again and to go back is rough. Even if I have only known them a few days, you know? They've done a lot for me. I don't know anybody. I know lots of people. I take that back. I know lots of people that would do things for me in America that were my friends in a heartbeat if I asked them to, and I try not to. I don't like doing that. Here I've kind of had to, so I'm sorry. Forgive me for all my questions and concerns and more questions, I guess, and explanations or needing of explanations on items and things. And just being patient with me. They're amazing. Thank you all for that. And then things changed, perhaps. I don't know. He has he being my boss. And again, I use that in air quotes because after today, he's a really close friend. He has a doctor friend, or a friend that's a doctor. And they do have Remicade here, where at first we thought it was imported, it was going to be super expensive, and it wasn't going to be able to be done at all, which is why they were going to send me back. And it was cost prohibitive, basically, to have me here. Like, I wasn't worth it, literally. Monetarily, it was not worth keeping here. Which is a whole nother issue in my world. As a commodity, being price as a commodity, I guess, which, I mean, everybody is to a degree, but the harsh realization of it sometimes is interesting. But that's for sociology, and this isn't for sociology. At least not that much. So we are going to the hospital Tuesday to talk more, to see what we can do. My pay might be reduced to help pay for it. I am quite alright with that, honestly. 2K RMB to stay here is worth it, in my opinion. And I know that some of you may do the math and realize that 2K RMB is a lot. But I don't care. You know? It's 2K RMB every... or 4K RMB every month. What was it again? It was like 2K... I don't know exactly. I don't remember the math that we had. I think I was going to be paying 2K, if I remember correctly, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. As long as I get to keep my people with me. And I say that like my people, not my people. My friends with me. Because they are truly my friends. You can't put a price on friendship unless that friendship is the next thing I'm about to show you, in which case you can very much put a price on it, and I probably overpaid for that friendship. But it's worth it because you can't put a price on friendship. Right? You can when it comes to what I just bought. So, I guess that's a good segue. After this stressful day, I had to treat myself, right? Treat yourself. Treat yourself! I don't know what that was, but I did it. So treat yourself. And I think treating yourself is a very good thing to do. It's a healthy thing. It's very restorative at times, and it can be restorative. And it's good. You should do it. Maybe not big things, maybe small things. Maybe it's not even buying anything. Maybe it's just doing something that you want to do, like relaxing on a day, you know? Just do that. And that's the way to treat yourself. Just doing something that you don't normally do. So I got some flowers. As many of you know, my favorite flower is the orchid. I don't know how that translates into a Mandarin. I probably will have to ask somebody and they will probably tell me. But I bought it. And it's got some other flower too. I don't know what that is, but it's kind of cool. So let me show it to you now, okay? This is my new roommate. And thankfully, it's my only roommate that'll probably never argue about the mess that's in my apartment right now, because I am still transitioning. As you'll see when I pan my camera around and you see my bed. Ready? Ready? See, there's the bed. Oh, don't look at the bed. Ah! There's my flower. Okay, so I haven't named it yet. I don't know if I will. For right now, it is Flower. It's orchids, of course. I don't know what the other one is right there. I don't know what this is right here. I have no clue what that is. Somebody please tell me. By the time I put this up, I'll have probably found out because I don't have internet yet. And I'll probably ask before I get internet. So I will probably definitely know what this is before I put this up. So you don't have to worry about actually telling me. That was kind of a rhetorical question. But still, do tell me if you know it. Go for it. I will be happy to be like, yeah, you're right. Or you're like, maybe you don't know what you're talking about. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, just because I have somebody tell me something doesn't mean it's correct either, so there's that. Anyways, off that. So I bought a flower, and I feel better. It was nice. I got out in the rain. It's been rainy today. I had to buy an umbrella. I forgot to buy an umbrella, but I bought an umbrella. So I got an umbrella. Umbrella! How many times can I say umbrella? About 17. Okay, so, just kidding. So, I went out in the rain, and I went for a walk by myself, which is also restorative to me. I love exploring. I like going out and doing things, and seeing new things, and knowing my surroundings. It's nice. I like it. So I did it. And the other day, whenever we were doing something, I don't remember what we were doing. We were going somewhere for something. Oh, for my induction cooker. We passed by the street around the corner from my apartment, actually, and I didn't know it existed because I never went there. And we saw it, and it was like flower shop, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the taxi kept going. It's another flower shop, and I was like, oh, there's two. And then we kept going. There's three. And by the end of the street, there's like at least, and I kid you not, 7 to 10 flower shops, like, in a row. Just bam, 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 bam. And you'll see that a lot here in China, actually, at least in my city. I don't know how it is in other cities. It's kind of similar, if I remember correctly, from the other cities I've been to. But this is for sure. Like, there's a district for just cell phones and, like, communications, basically. You want it, you name it, you got it. It's all there in one, like, location. And there's, like, 60,000 shops. Right? I'm not kidding. Probably not 60,000. Maybe a few hundred. That's probably maybe understating it, actually. There's a lot. It may not be 300, but I bet it's more. I bet it is. And I don't mean that kidding. I'm not kidding with that. So anyways, there's tons of flower shops. So I kept walking, and I found one. It was like really pretty orchids, but they were closed. And I was like, well, I need something today. I don't need it, but it would be nice, you know? It's like, well, if these other shops have these orchids, then I'll buy it. And I walked into this one, and I tried saying, how much is this? And I was like, Do Xiao. And I'm pretty sure I slaughtered it. In fact, I'm sure I slaughtered it, because the lady looked at me and was like, I think he's asking that, but I don't know. So anyways, a few moments of unknowingness and not realizing what each other is saying. I pulled out my phone, and I put it in airplane mode, because in airplane mode, Google Translate works, because I have the offline package. Suck it, firewall. I found a way around, sort of, not really. It doesn't say it. You can write it and translate it, but it doesn't say it out loud, which would be more helpful, so I could actually say it correctly. But between Google Translate and head nodding and her writing things down, like she wrote something down in Pinyin, and I was like, that doesn't help. I know nothing still. So she was like, So then I was like, oh, my phone. I was trying not to, honestly. I wanted to try and communicate without a middleman, or a third person, or third party. But that didn't work, so we went to the phone. And it worked almost flawlessly. Not really flawlessly, but between the phone and me going, white boy wants this, or white boy does not want this. White boy wants it for himself, not for somebody else. Because it's for flower shops, and it's for weddings. So it's not often that somebody comes in there off the streets, much less a foreigner with, like, crazy tattoos with like a beanie on that says Italiana on it. Gage is like popping out of his ears. Coming in wanting a flower for himself, a nice orchid. That doesn't happen that often, right? She's probably like, what? So between that, she was really nice. She was wonderful. I want to have somebody help me translate a letter so I can give it to her and be like, thank you for dealing with my ignorance, basically. And helping me out. And I don't care that she ripped me off. She was nice about it. It was worth the help. Because she kept trying. She kept trying, and I commend her for trying, even after she knew I knew jack about the language. It was nice. It's trial by fire, definitely, and I got roasted, but it was so much fun. Which is another reason why I moved here. It's a whole new world to me, and I like it. So I got the flower, and I treated myself. So then I'm walking back, and people are looking at me like, I get enough looks as it is, being a white boy with tattoos walking down Winju district, like downtown district, just by myself. Looking probably like a thug at times with my Dickies on and my V-neck crew shirt on. My V-neck, crew V-neck, I guess that's what it's called, I don't know. With that on, just like walking down the streets in all black with a black hoodie with like white as all get out skin and tattoos, right? I give off a certain aura. And it's not the one that is going to buy flowers for himself for his apartment with flowers all over the walls. So it's interesting. It's funny. So I got tons of looks. I'm sure people are talking about me, but I don't care, honestly, you know. One of these days I'll actually know what they're saying, right? Yeah, it'll be nice. So there's that. It's been a good day. Overall, good day. Some of it was not good. Some of it was very stressful. I had to actually take some time to myself. And when I do that, it's very... I don't do it that often. There's not often... that, I mean, I do it a lot. But it's not often that I actually distance myself when I'm in a group in my own room. That I just, like, went to a different, like, classroom. Just sit there and think. And I was depressed, honestly, for a brief second. And then I realized that I wasn't the only one. And then I had a peach cheese tart. Which was not bad. It wasn't amazing, because I would never have thought of putting those two together, but it was different. I'll give it that. It was different. It wasn't horrible. So, cool. Yeah. That's my day. I'll quit rambling on now. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. Hi everybody. It's the next day. I guess today's technically the, let's see here, the 5th. I didn't sleep well. It's not because of the heat or anything, you know. I mean, well, maybe it is a little bit because of the heat, but overall it's just the thoughts going on, you know. I still have the lingering idea that I might have to leave, even though he said we'd work something out. I have a feeling that, or I'm afraid the medication might be more than we both can handle together. So I'm worried a lot. And I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know if I can do anything, honestly, besides worry, you know, which is hard not to do when it's basically your future on the line and everything that you've kind of wanted to do, right? To teach somewhere else in a different country, that's been kind of a cool dream of mine to do. And to know that it's going to be short-lived is rough, possibly. To know that it's possibly going to be short-lived is rough. I don't know what more I can add tonight that I didn't say yesterday. I'm worried. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to make the best of it today. I might go to the library, find some books on how to speak Mandarin. So I'm trying to think long term still, even if my pessimistic side is winning at the moment, you know. But We'll see. Today's a new day, tomorrow's a new day, every day's a new day, if you want it to be, right? Yeah. I'm sorry for the unprofessional nature of these videos lately, with being like unstable and doing like this motion sickness sort of thing. I hate it. I try my entire life to be planned and prepared, and yet to be able to go with the flow at the same time, which means you need some flexibility to not be planned and prepared. You need to have kind of the perfect balance of both. But I find that when that balance tips towards the side where I'm unsure of things or I don't know what's going to happen, I get worried and I get frustrated, and it takes its toll on me. I need to know my future. Not the fact, like, every little thing, but, like, to know that tomorrow I will be here. This week I will be doing this. I need the routine. I don't have that, I feel like. It's human nature to want to have routines, I feel. We all have routines of some sort, even if they're small or minuscule, you know? I mean, nobody's completely random and chaotic 100% of the time. If we were, society would not exist. So things do exist within this logic. Hold on. Where was I? Yes. People existing within the framework of routinization. It's a thing. We all have patterns, whether we want to think we do or don't. It exists. When humans' routines break down, things become unstable to a degree. They no longer can rely on the same path work of things happening on a day-to-day basis. I mean, granted, in the short term, yes, I still get up, I still go to the bathroom, I still brush my teeth, I still take my shower. I still put on clothes every day, regardless of where I am. And I am thankful for the ability to do those things. I know that some people cannot. I do not have the ability to. But it's the routine of knowing, I guess, where I'm going to be a year from now. Long-term goals mean a lot to me. To know that 3 months from now, I'll still be here. I feel relaxed if I could think that and be positive about it. To know that in 2 months I'm going to leave, I still would be somewhat okay with that, because I would know, even if I would not be happy with that, you know, even if I wouldn't be happy with that, it would still make me calmer. This is a very short-term inability to know, but it's the short term that seems like a long time sometimes. Like when you hold your breath, you feel like you can hold it forever. 30 seconds pass, maybe 45 seconds, more than that, good on you. But it seems as if time almost stands still. You can hear your heartbeat thump, thump, thump. Maybe slower, thump, thump. And things become surreal, you become grounded, and time changes. Yeah. So, library today, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go do that. I need to go to the supermarket. I need to buy food. I have like 2 bananas to my name at this moment. and some water that I boiled that I'm pretty sure gave me diarrhea. So, I need food. I want to... Hold on. I want to make them something. I'm thinking tacos for the last, if I do have to leave, I don't want to, but if I do, I want to plan in advance for it because I need a plan. I'm a planner. I try to be a planner, you know. I want to make them tacos, right? Finding the corn tortillas is going to be interesting. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off yet. It'll be weird, but it'll get done, I think. What else? I want to make them tacos and beans and stuff, my style. So we'll see. They want me to make a pizza, and I keep telling them, you can just buy the dough from the Papa John's around the corner. But they're like, no, no, no. And I'm like, pretty sure if you ask them nicely, throw up a few RMB and you got that dough. You don't have to go out and cook it. Because it probably costs more in supplies, just, well, I don't know, honestly. It might cost more in supplies just to make it yourself. Then they can just supply you with it because they buy it like wholesale from like somebody else. I'm sure they don't make them all in house, right? If they do, good on them. Pretty sure they don't. It's Papa John's. Papa John's is the chain. I don't think they make all their dough by hand every day. Pretty sure they don't. They got trucks, right? Trucks do that. Trucks bring it to them. All that mess. So I don't know. Maybe I can get that into them. Be like, come with me. Let's have a talk with them. When they want thin crust, we'll get a thin crust. So I'm going to make them pizza for sure. I don't know how. They have a small toaster oven. It'll be rough. Maybe I'll make it like a square pizza sort of thing, you know? Maybe that'll have to be what happens. By the way, this heat and this humidity is doing a number on my pores, like you would not believe. I feel a constant state of clogged pores syndrome. Sorry, there's like all sorts of lights in the background. Let me make it to where it doesn't look like I'm descending from the heavens. There we go. It's probably better. Is it? Hey, I should have done this about 15 minutes ago, probably. So, now that that's done, I think I'm pretty much spoken out, or I pretty much said all I can say. Now that that's done, I pretty much have said all I can say, probably. For now, at least, because it is still so early, and I really haven't done anything besides play a couple video games on my computer since I talked on here last. Yeah, so my feelings are still the same. Tuesday will bring answers, but Tuesday seems like an eternity away. Yeah. I will miss this place dearly. And the people I've met here. Bye.